Hello and welcome back to Blade Master HQ, where today Hello and welcome back to Blade Master HQ. Today we're going to be unboxing the Dranzer Spiral. In the anime, this Beyblade belonged to Kai. That would have been back in 99 or 2000. Cool thing about the early 2000s, that is when I first got introduced to Beyblade. This was my first one. This was released in probably 2001. I was, just little more than a year late to it, but this was my Trigal. This one had some weird sequence where it would get hit and it would unlock this spring action to make this probe come out and it would hop. Now, I've not used this in years. Probably since the early 2000s. I found it in my attic recently, which was a huge thing for me. Still in great condition. Some of the stickers are peeling off, but it's definitely had its time. But it's really cool. It's something I really enjoy. Wow. I had a bunch of others, but they get lost. I actually did have an original Dranzer. I had a black Dranzer when those dropped, and I had the blue one. But when I saw this, I picked this up at a local Kroger, surprisingly, of all places, but I couldn't pass it up. Right now they're going on Amazon for like $10. I think I got this for 12, but I don't know. Let's open it up. And this does appear to be the official Takara Tomy. So this isn't like the Hasbro. This is actually Takara Tomy, which is pretty cool. And it even has right here on the side, it's got the 25th anniversary, so I guess that shows you my age. I was definitely 2000s. I was definitely about 10 years old, so wow. It's just amazing to see where they are now. Because when I got into them, they were plastic and they were metal. It was kind of hit or miss and in between, but it's amazing to see where the X series has gone. And it's so shocking that when I hopped back into it, they happened to start trickling in old Beyblades. And I was like, wow, just what a time. Looks like I missed one little spot right here. There we go. This didn't have a let it rip sticker on it, so that's weird. No big deal. I think that's just the Hasbro ones anyways. Ooh. I've been collecting the boxes. So I don't really care about the cardboard itself, but the boxes are really cool. Looks like we've right out the gate got one of the stock launchers. Not a fan at all. Do yourself a favor, get a string launcher. Get any sort of upgraded launcher, but don't use these unless you're a kid. This is very child size. I mean, if I had this in my hand, you couldn't even see it. that is tiny. But just holding them and using them, like these aren't horrible. But you just kind of gotta have smaller hands. Oh, I guess if I use it the right way. There we go. I did see. I was watching a tournament video, and one of the guys were talking about you can boil these. I don't know if this is true, so do your own research there. But if you can boil these, you can actually get them to straighten out, because with them curved, it can damage the teeth on these, and also just probably the splines in here. But it's up to you. You get to choose what you do with your stuff. Next, we've got instructions. No big deal. I think we've all put a Beyblade X together recently, but I've not seen this in one of the packs, so that's pretty neat. I think this is to the oh yeah, it's directing you to download the app, which if you don't have the app is a lot of fun. You can get it, I know you can get it on iOS. I don't know about Android. I'm sure it's there, but I've had a lot of fun with that. Yeah, okay, general instructions, not worried about that. Okay. Now here's the good stuff. Shouldn't have closed my knife so soon. I was really wanting to save this for a rainy day, and it just so happens to be pouring outside. It's been raining all day. Here we go. I already saw one thing I really like about this, and I'll show you in just a moment. There we go. All right, we have a ratchet. It's gonna be a 380, fairly common. And then we've got taper bit, no big deal. Good bit, so I do like the taper. Okay, and unlike most of the new ones, they do not have stickers. Let's try to get that focused. There we go. Back in the day, whenever you got a Beyblade, as I was talking about earlier, you actually had to put stickers on your Beyblade, and it really wasn't like choose this or that sticker. It was stickers, or you had to just rock it completely orange or black or whatever color you got, blue, yellow, green. It didn't matter. So kind of going back to its roots, trying to get that to focus. There we go. Going back to our roots on this over here with Beyblade. So great that they did some justice there. Wow, I was not prepared for that. And also on the old ones, they had these chips in them. And this, I wish they did have a chip insert for these, but it is what it is at this point. I guess we need to try to get these stickers off. I'm excited about that. Luckily, they are directional and they have small instructions on them. I guess that'd be one thing we could look at, but I'd say it's kind of self-explanatory. Let's go for it. Yes. Let's look at the end result. Wow. That looks good. Okay, now to assemble it. That is definitely nostalgic. Wow. Just seeing this 25 years later in a upgraded, better performance. I mean, the decals, they look spot on and amazing. I expected nothing less, but goodness. Look at that, 25 years apart. I do wish and hope that maybe they'll do another Triangle and I can relive my childhood for real. The Dranzer's good, but the Triangle, this thing was with me all the time. In my pocket at school, at my friends' houses. You name it. Wow, you can even see I put a sticker on wrong here. Let that catch you there. Right there. Wow. And just to show you this as well. That's the little action it does whenever it gets hit in the arena. Which that'd be cool to see now. I know they have a new bit that's released. It's got like a bounce effect. I don't really think anybody's gotten into it yet, but it would be fun to explore. Why not? It doesn't matter what Beyblade you have. The point of Beyblade is community and to have fun and make friends, meet new people. It does have its competitive meta to it, but what's wrong with this? What's wrong with just getting something you like, enjoying it, reliving your childhood, or just making new friends or challenging people, or these are so much fun with the accelerator system. The old ones were boring. Like, I quit playing them because after shooting them so many times and it just being the same 20-second battle, or they just spun forever because they didn't do enough damage. But these are just wild, all of them. But Sword Phoenix, that is my favorite. I really, really enjoy playing with that. But let's see how this does. So let's see what the Dranzer S does against the current meta. This is Wizard Rod. This is one of my favorites. I feel like when I'm alone, I can consistently test with this Beyblade because it does the same thing every time. You know, you can only shoot it so hard. You know, it will barely go around the arena, but time and time again, it does the same thing. I've already seen Dranzer S, so let's do this. I'll be using the Beyblade X string launcher. I got this with a Soar Phoenix, and I got just a generic handle to attach on here. It works really good. So let's go. You saw that yourself. It just did an extreme the first try on Wizard Rod. That is insane. That's definitely the behavior of Soar Phoenix. But it's not, you know, it's not the same thing. Let's go again. Okay. Now that's what I'm used to seeing Taper do. Kind of just goes all over the place, but when it does hit and it does go through its cycle on the reel, it does great work, as you saw with that extreme knockout. Alright, I believe that was definitely on me. I should have launched that more flat. I put too much of an angle on it. No big deal. We're just testing. Oh, look at that. Does that technically count as a burst? Because it was already apart. I did see on a tournament earlier with ZB where that happened, so you know, who knows? We're having fun. That's what Wizard Rod is good at doing. Spicy. When it hits, it hits. I think its performance is definitely based on launch. That's something I will have to work with. Plus, I'm just now getting back into this. I've only been using these for probably like a month now. I did pick up this Arena. I really do like it, but I know that the Takara Tommy ones are a lot better. I do plan on investing in that in the future. All right, that was awesome. We have 2 extreme knockouts. We have a technical burst after it ended, and we got a knockout zone. So that's amazing. That's really good. So that's my initial review of the Dranzer S. It looks like it has taken no damage. I guess it's nice that it's plastic instead of paint. The paint, it really does get damaged pretty fast. Like this right here, Soar Phoenix, you can definitely see its battle scars. No big deal. I like that. I just think it shows you put in some work and really enjoy playing with it. But on mine, the ratchet is really taking a lot of damage too. It is what it is, so, you know, they made more than one. All right, I think that will wrap up the Takara Tommy Dranzer Spiral. It's amazing. It was able to take Wizard Rod down, and overall it's fun. Of course, I think you could throw a 360 on this, and maybe a rush or leave it on taper, who knows, but it seems to be pretty competitive with rod, but further testing will need to be done. Thanks for watching.